Hi, everyone. Today I'd like to talk to you about good. I looked up good in the dictionary and it said three definitions: being positive or desirable in nature, not bad or not poor. Having the qualities that are desirable or distinguishing in a particular things. For example, a good exterior paint. Serving the desired purposes or end. Suitable. Is this a good dress to go to the party? Now, you notice in that definition of good, it leaves off the being desirable by who. Who is something positive about? Who is it desirable to? I was thinking a lot about good, and it seems like all of us have the same concept of good. For example, art. We all like art. We all buy paintings. There's variations. Some people like realistic. Some people like abstract. Some people like really weird paintings. But nobody is actually taking poop and smeared on their wall and saying, oh, that's good. I like that. That's beautiful. Nobody's saying that. Everybody looks at a sunset and says, oh, that's beautiful. That's good. But nobody looks at a sunset and says, oh, that's ugly. I can't stand it. I turn my eye away from that. People look at mountains and they say, oh, that's good. Nice mountains. They don't say, oh, ugly, ugly, ugly. Hold, stay. And so, like, why do we think of things as good? What I'm talking about is I believe that God is good. But I also think that God being good is the definition of God. That everything He creates is good by definition. If He created it, it's not, it's good. And things that aren't the way He created it by definition are bad. So if you say God is good all the time and there's not one bit of evil in Him, this is what I believe. And I will die believing that there's not one little bit of evil in God. And I would say that if there was a little bit of evil in God, then that evil would be good because it's in God. And so by definition, God is good all the time. And anything that we see as bad, we know is not from God. The other day, a man told me, he said, the hurricane that happened in North Carolina, that God sent that. And I said, no, it's not good. It's Jesus said, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. That hurricane came to steal, kill, and destroy. It's obviously, it's from the enemy. Jesus said that I have come to give life and life abundant. That's what Jesus came to do. This whole thing about God doing bad stuff, it does not happen. God doesn't ever do anything bad. And people say to me, what about in the Old Testament, He killed people? And what about... I don't always have an answer for everything, but I know, and this is my statement of faith, that God is good all the time. And if we knew all the reasons behind it, we would say, God did the right thing. It is right. God is good. He executed justice and mercy and kindness by doing what He did. And we don't all know all the facts, and we don't presume to know the facts. We weren't there at the time. There's probably a lot of detail we're missing. I'm sure there's lots of detail we're missing. But if we had all that information, and if we were as smart as God, then we would say, God is good all the time. And I'm willing to die saying God is good all the time and stand before him at the last day, and he may say to me, no, I'm not so good. But at least I would rather be standing in front of him saying, I thought you were better than you are, than for me to stand before him thinking, you're not as good as I said you. I spent my whole lifetime saying you're not that good. I would rather be in the positive. I would rather be saying positive things about people, even if they don't deserve it. But in this case, I am absolutely sure that God is only good all the time. There's not one trace in an infinity, not one molecule of evil in him in the whole universe of particles. So thank you. Give me your comments.